All right, so one of the things that I want to explain is part of my thought process of why I teach certain aspects the way I do. There's an adage that I like to give to my students. The primary one is that our first grip from the holster should be our last grip. What I mean by that is we acquire that initial grip here at position 1. Once we get that good solid grip here, once we get the gun out of the holster, we should not have to readjust it in our hand. So that nobody has a conniption fit, this is a cleared handgun. So that first grip starts at the holster at position 1. I push into the holster, I get a good solid grip. As I withdraw the gun from the holster and I acquire my two-handed grip, I should not have to adjust my grip on the gun, especially with the strong side hand. The gun hand should not have to adjust. It achieves that initial grip here at the holster on the way out. If you're not starting from the holster, if you're starting at the baby steps or wherever you're shooting from doesn't allow from the holster, then we acquire that good strong hand grip here, what we'll refer to as position 3, or some call the high compressed ready. If I have a slide lock reload, a tactical reload, or any of the malfunction drills short of a double feed, I'm going to use my support side thumb. Now, here's the reason that I am a big proponent of using our support side thumb for any of the controls that are on the left side of the gun. If we're a right-handed shooter, the controls would be on the left side of the gun. If you're a left-handed shooter, your support side thumb is your right thumb, and you should have a gun where you can modify it so that the mag release and slide lock would be on the right side of the gun, so you're still using your support thumb for those controls. If you're a left-handed shooter and you don't have an ambidextrous gun, then I would encourage you to, in the 21st century, adopt that level of technology. But since we have the gun that we have in our hand while we're defending ourselves, I will also include some follow-on segments on left-handed shooters using a gun that is not ambidextrous. But for this discussion right now, we'll go with the assumption that everybody has a gun with the slide lock and the mag release on the support side of the gun, whichever side is support side for you. Now, the reason that I say using our support side thumb is superior is because for most people that I've observed, myself included, once I have that good solid grip on the gun, if I have to use my strong side thumb to reach either the mag release or the slide lock, I cannot reach that without giving up that master grip to activate those controls. My observation has been that for most people, myself included, if I use my strong side thumb and my thumb can't reach those controls, when I give up that master grip, put in the spare magazine, and then get back into the fight, oftentimes I do not reacquire that strong side grip, and therefore my first magazine before slide lock might have a solid grip and a tight shot group on target, but after that the grip is loosey-goosey, which means that our grip is inconsistent, transferring to the target with inconsistent shot placement. Rather wordy way of saying, if we use our support side thumb to either activate the slide lock or drop the magazine, we can maintain that strong side grip without having to lose that consistency. All we have to do is reacquire our support grip wrapped around the gun, which is important, but it is less critical than having a good strong side grip. We can also work our malfunction drills in similar fashion while maintaining that strong side grip. The exception being if we have a double feed. I'll show you two different techniques for managing a double feed and getting back into the fight. However, with both of those techniques, you have to use both hands, which necessitates you will lose your master grip. Therefore, we must incorporate as part of that drill reacquiring our strong side grip. Before we continue on, I will offer a concession that if your strong side thumb can reach the mag release and the slide lock, then by all means ignore everything I just said, because economy of motion, that may work best for you. The other reason my recommendation of using your support thumb might not be appropriate for you is if your gun is designed such that you don't need to use your support thumb. I forget which model of Sig Sauer, but one of those, the slide lock is way back here. So this would make much more sense just to use your strong side thumb as opposed to super contorting everything up out of the way so that you could reach it. Nothing here is set in stone. It has to be based off of what works for you, your grip size, and the size of the gun, and the placement of the features on your gun. If you move from one platform to another, one type of handgun to another type of handgun, even if it's the same manufacturer, different models, things might be slightly tweaked. The other situation where using your support side thumb may or may not apply is if you have a European style mag release where instead of it being here on the side, it would be down here below the trigger guard. Some other guns, not ones that I would generally recommend for our self-defense uses, may even have the mag release back here towards the base plate of the grip. Again, you need to know the features of your gun and how it fits your hand size and how best to manipulate those features. But that, in a nutshell, is the thought process behind why I recommend using your support thumb for all the controls that are on the support side of the gun.